Fingerstyle Thursday. Hello. Today we're talking about some Fingerstyle arpeggios with some nice chord extensions. Ooh, lots of big words, but actually not too fancy on the ukulele. So, first of all, let's talk about this right hand pattern. Robo thumb is still here. Let's talk about our right hand pattern. Now, we need to be counting all of this piece in 16th notes. Okay, so if you're not familiar with counting 16ths, you need to sound like a crazy person. And we have to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. But actually, as this is only it's a 2-note pattern, so I'm just trying to focus on going 1 E and 2 E and. That will save you today, okay? So that's all we need to count. And our rhythm is actually going to go 1 E and 2 E and. 1 E and 2 E and Let's have a look how that looks here. Okay, so if we try that just with open strings first of all. Now, as ever, my right hand technique is always thumb, thumb, index, middle. So that's always what I'm doing, okay? So we're going to start off with string 1, and that's going to be on the beat of 1. So we go 1 E, 1 E. And then we have and 2 E. Now that shape there, I'm going 3, 2, 4, 1, which for me is thumb, index, thumb, middle. That's like the most standard ukulele arpeggio you can play. Okay, so you'll always see it as part of any fingerstyle piece pretty much. So counting wise, we need to go 1 E and 2 E and, which is strings 1, 3, 2, 4, 1. And basically we're going to have to get used to repeating this pattern. So let's talk about how this piece, this little finger picking pattern actually fits into this piece, okay? So I'm going to start off with a C chord, but not on your 3rd fret. We're actually going to go to the 7th fret. I'm going to play that with my pinky, my little finger, so I can jump in a second to that 2nd fret. But you can use whatever finger you want. I think pinky works. If you're a pinky hater, index, middle, ring, whoever you like. Okay, so there's our C. So what we're going to do, we're going to try this pattern. So we're going to go 1, 3, 2, 4, 1. And again, counting wise, that is 1 E and 2 E and Now, as silly as it sounds, it's really important to count the gaps because then the pattern is going to come literally again. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and which is exactly the same pattern, just played twice in a row. Now, pretty much in this piece, you're always going to have 2 patterns per chord. Okay, so we're going to go 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and. So that's on my C there. We're then going to move all the way down to the 2nd fret, which is C major 7. We're going to do the same. 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and. Then going to move to the 8th fret, which is a C add 11. And play the same pattern twice. And then I'm going to go down to a regular C chord with my index finger. Now that is our first line. So we have altogether a C, high C here, then a C major 7, then 8th fret, which equals a C add 11, and then back to a normal C. I'm going to have 2 of these finger patterns per chord. So let's just run through that line really slowly, okay? I know this might sound very silly, but if counting 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a is confusing, you can kind of simplify it by counting 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. It will feel exactly the same. It doesn't really affect this. So just have a play around with it. Counting and playing is hard, but really, really, really helps you slow things down. Okay, so let's have a go. So we're gonna go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and That's our first line. Spend some time getting that nice and slow. Okay, for the next line, we're actually going to do exactly the same pattern again, okay? I like to use repetitive patterns so we can drill something into muscle memory, okay? Right, we're going to start off with a G chord, but this G chord. So have a look at the chord box at the top, but that is 7, 5, 5, which I'm playing index, ring, and the middle, and the open G is open. The open G is open? The fourth string is open. So we're going to play that twice again. You're then going to move up 2 frets, and basically, you're going to play an E minor. That's what you're going to do. But that is actually an A minor there. It's an A minor 7, I lied. So you're going to play 2. That same shape you just used with the G, you're going to play here on the 3rd fret, 3, 5, 5, for 2, and then just move your middle finger down to the 4th fret for an A minor 7. And that'll sound like this. So next we're going to do exactly what we just did. So we're going to play the G twice, then we're going to play the A minor 7 twice. We're going to play the F twice, but then rather than go to this A minor 7 shape here, we're going to have a little change where again, pretend you're playing an E minor chord from where you are. Okay, so I've got 3, 4, 5 open, which is an F minor add 9. And actually we're going to play this 4 times. 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to go back to my original line. Except when I reach a C chord, I'm just going to end it with 1 big strum just to finish the piece there. So, if I were you and I wanted to practice this, I would spend a lot of time. It doesn't matter what chord you practice, okay? It's basically getting this picking pattern. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and. If you don't like counting, you can always use your ears, that's absolutely fine. And once it's in muscle memory, you'll find you won't have to count anyway. It's just counting helps us when we're trying to learn something new. Your only job is basically teaching it to your hands. Okay, that's it. Now, for the more complex chords, they all have one thing in common, and that is your index finger on the 1st string. So please, when you're changing between these kids, do not move that index finger. Okay. Also, if you're struggling with a chord change, remove the finger picking pattern. Don't practice that. And just strum through the chords so you can practice on the changes and you don't have all this to focus on. Have fun, kids.